Is this thing on? Okay. It's been weeks, months even, since I've seen anybody. It's day 452 since the grades were released. This video is for anyone left out there who can still hopefully try and face this threat. Just thinking its name gives me shivers and unstoppable fear. But I have to. I have to do this for the future of humanity. I have to make sure future humans can defeat this monster and stop history from repeating itself. I have to tell you. I have to tell you about the 211 research project. See, in the beginning, it began slow and small. It seemed harmless. Hell, I had been through worse. See, they even made it into a group project, which is so much better than what we had to do before. But that's where it got me, in its deceit. Once it was too late. Like, the effective tactics I used against it, which I did use, just didn't work. I made too many mistakes to do anything about it. And so today I'm going to tell you about what you can do better and what I did right that I know you can use. So, first, I think I chose good sources. You have to make sure you choose effective and good sources that have all the information you need. You need to be really good at reading over it, and making sure it has what you need in it. A good tip that I use is that if you cannot annotate it, if you cannot check the boxes for an annotation with that source, it's probably not a good enough source. So that's one of the tips I use. Another thing is that don't just put all your eggs in one basket with using just the 14 sources. You might want to find extra sources. This is what I did wrong, was that I made sure I just wanted to put all my eggs in the same basket of my 14 sources. I only wanted to bank everything on those 14 sources, and it's not good. You should find extra ones in case the other ones don't work out, and in case they're just not very good, which you need to figure out. So another thing is that if you have more than one source, you really want to be able to defend why you have them and defend why it was a good source. So justifications, they might be optional, but they are your main defensive line. Like, they are your tool. They are your tool to explain to the professor why you chose it and why. It's the one that you can directly communicate when you get to do that in an assignment. Specifically tell your professor why you chose to do this. It's perfect. Use that to your advantage. The last thing I need to discuss, which everyone will discuss, in order to save you from this evil threat, is to just put some effort into it. This means actually spend some time on it. And if you're one of those people who put it off the last minute, like I do it all the time, then play to your strengths then, and make sure you allocate a time towards the end of the due date to give you time to do that. So I always put things off to the last minute, so I gave myself a good couple days before the due date in order to work on it. And I got to be able to put it off, and it satisfied my procrastination urges, but I still was able to get stuff done. Now I wish I would have, of course every time we always wish that we can start when we actually want to start way earlier in the semester, but I didn't do that. And so if you can do that, that's the better way to do it. But if not, then you really want to fine-tune your schedule to give yourself the time in order to do it. These are the 3 big things I wanted to talk about with my research project, and hopefully you can do it too. Anyway, this information is meant to aid the last effort against this evil and destructive force, if there is any last effort. So, to anyone left out there, this is for you. Goodbye.